Well, you're still watching a Morning at NTV, and this time I am coming to you from Kalangala, which is one of the islands in Lake Victoria. And if you talk about Kalangala, of course, you talk about some other 83 islands that make it. And from this, we know it has very many counties, one island after the other. Kalangala in the past has been known for fishing. Actually, if you check in the records when we are going back to school, it's one of the areas that was known for fishing, but of late it has also attracted another agricultural produce. You talk about the oil palm, which is being grown in the area. This place, of course, like I said, has mother islands, and we're talking about service delivery, which is ushered by the local government and the other agencies here. Upon legislation, we know Kalangala has had Helen Inachimuli as the woman member of parliament. We have Chamswa and the other neighboring islands that also seek service delivery. When we are going to politics, this place has a lot of memories when you refer to what happened in the recent when the opposition figure, that is the National Unity Platform, President Robert Chagulanyi, among other supporters, were arrested from this island and, of course, taken for other legal procedures. As we speak now, of course, campaigns are still rolling, and we expect that at some point this same candidate will be campaigning in this place. But we're talking about service delivery in this area. What opportunities? Recently, we saw the Minister of Works and Transport coming in this area and launching a ship that will be leaving Nachuogo to Chamswa, Bukasa, I can say. But all this is intended to boost the service delivery. Voices, of course, came out to say that in 1996, the people of Chamswa had a ferry which was taking people from Chamswa to Nachuogo, Port Alice, Nachuogo to Chamswa. But it was taken in the promise that it had gone for maintenance, and up to this time, it has never been brought back. But people still raise voices that it's not all transport has been a main challenge of ushering in what they take to the mainland and what they can pick from that side. I just want to engage to one of the contestants for a parliamentary seat, and I'm speaking about the NUP flag bearer, that is Nunda Daudi, who is vying for this position, and he will be giving us a perspective of what he thinks of this place and what opportunities can someone see in Chamswa County. Thank you so much for joining me on NTV.
Thank you very much and good morning to everybody.
Yeah.
My name is Senunji Nkambo Daudi and I'm the NUP flag bearer for the position of Member of Parliament in Chamuswa constituency, which is in Kalangala district.
This place has still been under the opposition. Honorable Kavuso has been legislating for it. And the opposition coming out wanting to unseat him. What has not gone right?
First of all, we feel like we could have a stronger voice advocating for the people of Chamuswa. For example, we have been talking about the ferry, which for 29 years, recently we just saw them 2 days ago, bringing a mode of transport for the people of Chamuswa to Bukasa Island. I want to first paint a picture of you. Chamuswa is a group of islands, actually 60 of them. Because reminding you, in the Kalangala district, there is a total of 84 islands, but 60 of them are in Chamuswa constituency.
Only 24 are scattered.
Yeah, but not all are inhabited. We have about, in Chamuswa, we have about 30 islands which are inhabited with the people. The main economic activity is fishing. And as you very well know, fishing and fisheries are a top 5 export, foreign exchange earner for Uganda. Top 5 for a very long time. Unfortunately, during recent times, the lake has been dwindled. Its fish stock has been dwindled. So right now, there is a lot of poverty in Chamuswa because their main source of income, fishing, has dwindled. Meantime, we know that the Fisheries Protective Unit has been on the lake since 2017. But every year, things are getting worse.
What do you mean by getting worse, Honorable? When you say worse, people may not understand.
What I mean by getting worse is there is less and less fish on the lake. There is more and more illegal fishing activities, and therefore the economy of Chamuswa has really gone down during this time. So we would say that the operations of the Fisheries Protection Unit are a failure to the people of Chamuswa.
Okay. Let's even leave alone fishing. There, yesterday, yesterday, but one, when the minister was here, you were saying if there were proper plans of transport to and from Chamuswa, there are other opportunities. Of late, we have seen that growing of the palm oil has also been emphasized in the islands. But we're looking at some other opportunities that if government paid attention to Chamswa, the local people are able to benefit and also get something in their pockets.
Yes. First of all, let me tell you, growing palm oil is a long-term plan because planting the palm oil itself takes 3 to 4 years to maturity before you can see palm oil that you can sell to the factory so that they can get vegetable oil out of it. But in the short term, we would want to encourage people of Chamuswa to engage in other economic activities. For example, there is fertile land in Chamuswa, and if those people can be, equipped with subsidized seeds and more inputs in their farming activities, because the point is to diversify the economy of Chamuswa, where we have seen that it is no longer sustainable to look at fishing alone. That is number one, agriculture. Number two is tourism. So, to encourage both these economic activities, you must have transport logistics to these countries, to these constituencies, to these islands. So, we are saying that not only must they look at the fishing, but they must look at how to more diversify the economies of these islands. The potential for tourism is very high. We have beaches in Chamuswa. We have spiritual tours. I don't know those who are Baganda know. For example, in Bukasa, we have Bajaja Buganda who originated from there, so many of them. And we have so many other, there is the lifestyle of the islands, which is also a tourism potential. Then there is the clean water, clean air, and laid-back lifestyle, which even Ugandans go to other countries like Seychelles, Maldives. They go there, which things are right here in Uganda. People can come and see them, but it is hard to get there. Chamuswa has been often described as a hard-to-reach area. But the reason it is hard to reach is because of the transport. So for 29 years, different members of parliament.
Let's look at the health and education performance in this area. How is it in your simple terms? How best can you describe it?
As you very well know, hospitals don't treat people, it is doctors who do. And buildings don't teach children, it is teachers who do. So if you want to have good health, you must have a good doctor. So access to a good doctor, you must attract that doctor to the constituency. So if the place is hard to reach, how will you attract good doctors? Same with teachers. If the place is hard to reach, how will you attract a good teacher there? The teacher will say, I am that place, I don't know, I will be out of touch with my people, and all that kind of thing. So for as we speak right now, Chamuswa is not doing well in terms of health and education for those reasons of it being a hard to reach area.
Okay, if I may ask you a simple question, what do you think a better placed candidate to legislate for this place?
First of all, we in NUP are offering leadership. We want to lead our people and show that Uganda's problem is really leaders who are no longer who are in touch with the people. We are dealing with a government that has overstayed in power, where, to be honest, the government no longer fears the people.
What do you mean, Honorable?
Whenever you have a government that no longer fears the people or the outcome of a vote, then you will have slow service delivery. For example, we are talking about a ferry, 29 years. So what kind of service delivery? That is what they call slow service delivery.
The ruling party feels you do not appreciate, even when this ferry was brought, you raised the voices that this could be a political maneuver and the rest. You seem not to be appreciating the little the government is also offering to you.
Forgive me for having doubt, because this ferry came, we are 8 weeks away from the 2026 election. And of course, those who saw that, yes, the ferry was brought, but we have seen NRM become government and government become NRM, and we can no longer tell the difference. So, first of all, the ferry was leased from a local businessman, as you very well know. we have not yet got a permanent ferry. We hope this ferry stays, even after, during the election period and even after. So that is our plea to government. As opposition, we appreciate, but we do not want to give people gimmicks. We were talking, how much is this ferry? How much is this ferry? For example, if this ferry costs, let's say, 3 billion shillings, I know a Land Cruiser V8 costs maybe 500 million. So I could say 6 Land Cruiser V8s can buy us this ferry without even needing to lease it from a private company. How many Land Cruiser V8s are we seeing here being driven by permanent secretaries, being driven by commissioners in the ministries, and all this kind of thing, commissioners in the parliament? We are hearing so what we are saying is we know that government has the money, but they are slow to respond to the outcries of the people, because we want to show the people that they have power in their vote to remind the government that you're no longer listening to us. So that's why I want to encourage the people of Chamuswa, first of all, to vote for me in the 2026 elections, to vote for all people belonging to National Unity Platform, to vote for President Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert as President of Uganda. And give me a moment to elaborate why.
Yeah, in 30 seconds.
Yes, in 30 seconds, we have reached a point where we are dealing with a government which has pipeline projects, where it is no longer offering nothing new, but where it is just saying, give us some more time to complete what we have begun. On the other hand, we have the National Unity Platform, which has offered a manifesto to deal with the burning questions in Uganda, from land to education to ICT to corruption. All of these. I think you have seen our 11-point program that is our manifesto, which we have presented to the Ugandan people.
There seems to be a rift of opposition going against opposition. You, Honorable Kabusu and the rest. Don't you think if you do not hold the ball well, it can turn yellow anytime? Do you in any way think about that?
First of all, we very well know that a divided opposition works for the incumbency. That's why we are saying no umbrella, no vote. That's why we are saying we are going for a protest vote 2026. So that we show Ugandans that come out and show the power in your vote by going. Just the act of voting is a message to those in power who are no longer hearing the cries of people, for example, in Chamswa and other fishing communities in Uganda.
Okay, for time reasons, Honorable, I want to thank you so much for making time to speak to us.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And I would like to be appreciative of this opportunity to speak with everyone who is watching us this morning. I'm reminding you, my name is Senungi Nkambo Daudi, the NUP flag bearer for Chamswa constituency. All those people bonna batulaba okuva ekyamuswa mwena mbalamusiza mbatumidde era mbasaba nti nno nja bakiikirira obulungi nga member wa parliament mu 2026 mwebale nnyo ku lwa Katonda n'ensi yange. People power, our power.
Well, Senungi David is the NUP candidate for Chamswa County, that is Kalanga district, just giving us insights of how better can the island be served, or how can service delivery be better shaped for the area and the benefit of the people. But also for time reasons, you allow me now end the conversation here and get back to the studios.